Warning. Everybody Has a Podcast is a comedy podcast. The personalities and opinions expressed in this show are highly exaggerated and don't always reflect reality. If you're easily offended, this may not be the podcast for you.
What do you guys plan on doing in the near future?
Well, man, so what's the end game for y'all's show? Just to keep growing an audience and get the conversation rolling more and more? Is that the plan?
Global domination.
I like it. I always say to our other podcasting buddies, it's like, look, whoever makes the first millions, the other ones can live in your pool house.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
It's a good agreement. It's a gentleman's agreement. Kind of the same thing, guys. We're a little bit different vein here, but we're just looking to grow our audience and let's crack some more jokes and have fun.
Yeah, that's great.
I know. I personally want to do a really in-depth. I can't do it with these guys because they're fucking retards, but I can do it with you guys. Not a paranormal. Like, I don't want to do ghosts. I want to talk about religious paranormal, like demonology, like shit like that. I think that's really cool and how that might tie into aliens. I don't know. I think that's really an unexplored area. Like, it's out there, but it's not.
Has Grimerica done like a demonology episode or anything in that vein?
No, we haven't. But yeah, I agree with you. That would be good. I think people are kind of afraid of that. I think that's why it's unexplored. I think it's just people are creeped out, I think, by looking at the overlap between, let's say, aliens and demons and all that stuff.
It's intense, right? It's definitely an intense topic.
Yeah, there was that book that the guys on Mysterious Universe were talking about years back, The Cullens Elite. Wasn't that one of Nick Redfern's book, I think? No, was it? Yeah, I think those guys have a view, and they're like high-level, some sort of institution or pseudo-government guys, and they believe that it's all demons. So
wow,
that might be a place to start.
There we go. That'd be an awesome Grimerica episode.
Yeah, and another thing I want to talk about is, I've never done them personally. I've never done anything. But I really do believe that psychedelics can bring you to another level of consciousness if you do them responsibly and catalog your results.
Well, they have a whole episode on that.
Just like drinking a half a bottle of tequila makes you faster and bulletproof.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the same thing. But no, I think some of the most enlightened people probably in our existence that we even know about probably did shrooms.
Well, I think there's a correlation between brilliance and a lot of them have personality disorders. So I think it shows you kind of the difference between look at people like Asperger's and conditions like that where they're socially have a hard time interacting, but generally they have some kind of savant skill that's just elite compared to everyone else.
Yeah, I know what episode was it? Grimerica psilocybus. What was that episode, guys?
Yeah, Grimerica psilocybus. Yeah. Enter the mushroom.
And that was Darren. You were the one who took the shrooms that episode. Is that right?
Yeah, me and my buddy Joey.
And Graham played referee there.
Did you feel? I mean, obviously when you're on shrooms, you feel enlightened, but post shroomdom, do you feel as though you reach a state of consciousness that was real and different?
Yeah, there's actually, I find, a lasting effect for probably 3 to 4 weeks after that. You look at the big picture of things a little closer, and you're a little more in tune with your emotional state and things like that. And one thing you'll notice a lot of is putting yourself in other people's shoes when someone cuts you off in traffic. And it might be something totally unrelated, but I've noticed that the last couple of times that I ate mushrooms that I'm a little more courteous and just almost just a better person. Not that I'm a bad person, but for a few weeks after, I just feel almost more enlightened. And then it slowly wears off.
So you're saying the big Mario from Mario Brothers is more in tune to the feelings of everyone else?
Exactly.
So do you guys have heard of
Barely.
you guys have heard of the I may be calling it incorrectly, but the psychedelic ape theory regarding evolution and psychedelics?
Yeah, the stoned ape theory.
Yes, stoned ape theory. I'm sorry. Do you guys want to? I want you to explain this to our listeners because I think it's really important. Just real quick.
Basically, it's that when our ancestors who were apes started to come out of the jungle and into the grasslands. They were looking for new food sources and such, and they came across these mushrooms, the psilocybin mushrooms that grow in any, sort of fecal matter of big mammals, like especially cows and shit like that. And that's what, took us from ape to human, and gave us culture and kind of, artistic, gave us a new way of looking at the world other than strictly to survive.
So basically they ate the mushrooms and expanded their consciousness through tripping out,
exactly.
basically.
And that's when we saw, I think, what is it, guys? It's like a 1 or 2 million year period where we just, boom, like we saw our brain capacity go way up. And like there's really not very many explanations for it. Is that?
Yeah, there's really no...
Well, or alien intervention.
Oh, yeah. I love, man, I'm very much, ancient aliens.
Biohacking from aliens.
Yeah.
there's literally zero scientific explanation currently over the evolutionary step that we took. That's why they always refer to the missing link. The missing link is sought after because we've made this huge evolutionary leap that modern day science can account for.
But just try mushrooms, kids. Like, if you're out there, you're 14, you're thinking about, like, how am I going to...
Your stepdad sucks.
Just say a prayer first.
Yum-yums.
My picture is... my middle picture is a bunch of prehistoric apes, like, all dancing to Inagata Davida.
So I guess another question would be, if you one day have kids that are teenagers, would you rather they went out and drank... a 226 or a tequila, or go out and smoke a couple joints or eat some mushrooms?
Good
What
question.
do you think is in the end is does less damage and is maybe better for you? Like, in my opinion, I think it's the latter that is growing out of the earth.
Sure, I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm the youngest one here, and incidentally, I have 2 children because I love white trash girls. Yeah, they're going to be teenagers someday, and they're 2 girls. And
I have 2 girls myself.
Oh, okay. There you go.
How old are your girls?
You know what happens to women on wine coolers. And it's not a comfortable experience thinking about your daughters on wine coolers. Sit down. Let's just all sit down as a family and do mushrooms together. But let's not bring Jack Daniels into the picture. That's my vote.
Yeah, but Jack Daniels is how you typically would get their mom, so...
Well, if it wasn't for whiskey, Dick, you got to use red wine if you're trying to impregnate a woman. Speaking from experience.
Well, hey, Darren and Graham, hey, they were kind enough to give a little time to us on their recording night. Who'd you guys talk to tonight?
We talked to Howard Martin from HeartMath and the Global Coherence Initiative.
Awesome. When is that? When are we going to see that one? Do you have a few in the queue? How do you guys typically do that?
We're usually about a week and a half delayed, so tonight's interview will release next Friday-ish.
We usually have 1 or 2 in the can, sometimes 3, but usually 1 or 2.
Okay. Well, once again, I know you guys already had a busy night. Thanks a lot for giving us some time. We are big fans. It's hey man, if nothing else, like you guys kind of talked about, even if we had 0 listeners, we get to talk to awesome people, so that's worth it to us.
Yeah, what a great conversation, and thanks for the kind words and all that. And yeah, we'll be listening to your show too.
Awesome, thanks a lot. So Darren and Graham, Grimerica, you can find them Grimerica.ca. Follow them on Twitter too, twitter.com/Grimerica. If you're into the fringe, check them out, because I promise you will have a good time. Thanks again, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Part of what you never had is gone and can't be taken back.